Assalamualaikum. My name is Nurin Ridzwana Binti Saheiran. So for today I present for you for the project summary, introduction, literature review, problem statement and objective, scope and limitation, methodology and expected results. Okay, for the project summary, this study is to find and collect data on how the plastic product life cycle from cradle to grave and the potential of recycling the products. This study required the extensive review paper of more than 200 journal articles in reviewing the sustainability of plastic products. It is to find everything about plastic, what is plastic, the history, the origin, how it is made, what is different types of plastic, application, where and when the plastic used, and all the recycling plastic products. Okay, the purpose of the plastic recycling is to eliminate the excessive levels of plastic pollution while reducing the demand for virgin resources to create a new plastic product. Okay, next, for the introduction, plastic is currently one of the world's most harmful pollutants. It is a versatile material that has contributed to a wide range of product advancement and everyday convenience. Okay. Plastic production is increasing at an alarming rate as it is a generation of plastic garbage. Okay, plastic leakage into the environment as a result of poor waste management but has various negative effects on the ecosystem. Okay, the mechanical, thermal, structural, morphologic and optical properties of the plastic as well as their processing and performance attributes has greatly improved. Plastic are traditionally made from fossil fuels such as crude oil and natural gas, with a bio-based alternative being widely exploited just lately. Okay, fossil-based resources are limited and have a negative impact on the ecosystem and environment during the extraction, production, and usage. Poor waste management techniques that fail to prevent plastic from leaking into the environment frequently results in the material being dispersed as litter, which eventually ends up in the ocean. Okay, plastic enters the ecosystem primarily through land and ocean-based sources, with domestic, industrial and fishing activities being the most significant contributors. Okay, plastic breakdown is a relatively slow process that can take over a century due to its chemical makeup. The plastic fragments into smaller bits known as a macro and a microplastic as it degrades. Plastic have ability to be recycled multiple times while maintaining their value and functional capabilities, implying that by expanding plastic recycle of all the environmental and negative environment effect that can be avoided. The literature review of this area study is carried out between the years 2004 to 2021 in collecting data about the plastic product using the Google Scholar search engine and others. The main keywords of this study is life cycle plastic product. Okay, the using of the plastic product is a worldwide, national and complex issue that have severely negative impact on humans and the environment, despite their appeal to produce and consumers as a low-cost, reusable alternative to glass or aluminium. Okay, plastic petrochemical product derived from crude oil can take everywhere from 450 to 1,000 years to disintegrate, taking up valuable landfill and ocean area in the process. By 2050, there will be more plastic in the ocean than fish, based on the current production and consumption rates. Okay, recycling and other alternatives to landfilling plastic such as conservation and composting have a beneficial beneficial economic impact because they provide far more jobs than landfills. Localities and trash firms have turned to landfill or incineration as cheaper solution to the issue because the country lacks of the recycling infrastructure to adequately handle the volume of plastic waste produced every day across the country. In 2015, over 6,300 megaton of plastic garbage have generated, with approximately 9% be recycled, 12% be burned, and 79% end up in the landfills or the natural environment. Next, for the problem statement, plastic can be difficult to recycle. Recycling capacities vary by location, making it tough for consumers to keep track of. There is many types of plastic that are incredibly long-lasting to break down in hundreds of years. It will cause the major problems that include the plastic pollution across the land and seas, so that the development of new materials also aid mankind in overcoming and the social and economic restraints imposed by natural resources scarcity. Plastic product has the potential to protect the environment from the destructive force of humans' wants. Next, for the objective, to study the life cycle assessment of all of the plastic, to propose the detailed framework of the life cycle assessment of the plastics, and to propose type of recycling product and process for one type of the plastics. Next, for the scope and limitation of the project, due to the pandemic COVID-19, I only did the assessment online as it could not be face-to-face. I did the research online to collect data on how the plastic product life cycle from cradle to grave and the potential of the recycling the products. This study requires extensive review papers of more than 200 journals articles in reviewing the sustainability of the plastic products. For the methodology, I use for the DMAIC, that stand for Define, Measure, Analysis, Improve and Control. We save more than just metals when we employ recycled plastic to produce new plastic product. We can cut our energy consumption by 66%, and recycling 1 ton of plastic save the equivalent of 1,000 to 2,000 gallons of gasoline. Because most of the plastic we make are less thick than water, they should float on the ocean's surface. Of course, not all of our plastic and product ends up in the ocean. The most of it is disposed of in the landfill. The percentage of worldwide plastic waste that ends up in the ocean is believed to be around 3%. This figure shows that the pathway of the plastic waste could end up. One explanation is that due to the erroneous measurement, which is massively overestimate the amount of plastic we send into the ocean or underestimate the amount floating on the surface water. From 1950 to 2015, the figure displayed the increase of the worldwide plastic output estimate in tons per year. In 1950, the world's annual production was only 2 million tons. Annual production has nearly doubled since then, hitting 381 million tons in 2015. To put this in perspective, this is about equal to thirds of the world's pollutions. Next. For the expected result in plastic, plastic can be found in all main municipal solid waste categories, but containers and packaging had the greatest plastic tonnage in 2018 with over 14.5 million tons. Knowing the difference by society of the plastic industry codes that can be enable you to make better cycling judgment. A plastic is primarily composed of binders as well as plasticizers, fillers, colors, and other of additive. There is several types of plastic that we need to classify them to the certain specific criteria. For the plastic process, To meet a wide range of application, part, geometry, and type of plastic, a variety of plastic manufacturing procedures have been created. Cooling and refrigeration plants consume between 11% and 60% the energy required in plastic production. But by following the best practice and using proven technology, this cost may be greatly reduced. Styrofoam, which is non-biodegradable, that is one of the elements in the project, so it's a terrific method to recycle and reuse it. Plastic packaging amount for 36% of all plastic produced by 47% of all plastic trash. 90% of all plastic objects are used once and then discarded, accounting for almost half of all plastic produced. For the recycling plastic product, according to the report, only 10% of the plastic has been recycled more than once. One technique for managing end-of-life waste from the plastic product is recycling. There was never a strong belief that recycling will have a substantial impact in a long run. The purpose of the plastic recycling is to eliminate the extensive level of the plastic pollution while reducing the demand for the virgin resources to make new plastic items. For the recycling plastic process, by examining the prevalent industrial technology, design techniques, and recycling instances of specific waste streams, the ideas of this recycling pathway are framed against current-day industrial reality. The government has proposed new ideas of how plastic is recycled in England. Recycling policy is a devolved topic in the rest of the United Kingdom. The review intends to encourage both research and improvement for the manufacture of higher value and quality in better from the plastic recycled that may reuse for or repurpose, thereby providing the economic and environmental push for the circular economy. For the life cycle assessment of plastic product, circular economy is an economic system that replaces the end-of-life concept with reducing, alternatively reusing, recycling, and recovery method in production or distribution and consumption the process. For the plastic recycling process, a summarized scheme of the plastic recycling process is represented. When considering the recyclability of plastic, separated collection of different plastic categories reduce the complexity of the plastic mixture, leading to the higher outputs of the qualities. Next, for the bigger types of the plastic recycling process, we have PET, HDPE, PVC, LDPE, PP, PS, and others. There has a different of the common use and also for the recyclability. That's all from me. Thank you. And if you have any question regarding to my presentation, you may contact me through the email or the contact number. Thank you.